Welcome along or welcome back, whichever it is. Jayhuahua here, and it's another Football Manager 2022 experiment. Previously, we've done on the channel how carrying a team, one-man team, how far can they get them through the leagues, starting off at a Vanarama North team? Yeah, Vanarama North team. How could they get to the Premier League? If you haven't seen that one and you think that sounds interesting, check out that video. It's in the playlist. I might get Editor J to put it somewhere here as he uploads it onto YouTube. This video is about 5 individual perfect players at the relegation, the favourites for relegation, should I say, in the top 5 leagues. So, here we go. We have got the English Wonderkid at Norwich. We have the German Wonderkid at SPVGG Greuther, the Spanish Wonderkid at Mallorca, the Italian Wonderkid at Salernitana, and the French Wonderkid at Clermont. If we have a quick look at the season preview, it has not made a difference for Norwich, but he's there in the 11. A lot of Man City players there. The Bundesliga, they've actually moved up to 17th of Greuther, and look at this. Wonderkid's got himself in there in central midfield. The only player that's not from the Bayern Munich team is Guerrero, and Bayern have got Alphonso Davies, so that's a weird. Is Guerrero that good? He's good. I'll give him that. The Spanish Wonderkid, yeah, so the season preview, Mallorca, season preview, and they're up at 16th now. They're actually evens with Rayo Vallecano at 1,000 to 1, so I just flipped a coin and it came up Mallorca. The season preview for Italy at Salernitana are now 1,000 to 1. Bloody hell, Inter dominating there as well. And the French, Clermont now could finish 15th, or they're predicted to by the media. And as you can see, the entire Dream 11 is PSG with Wonderkid locked in there. Now, of course, what is important is all of these players are locked at their clubs for the next 20 years. So we've got a 20-year simulation. They are going to go to Curzon Ashton on the 1st of the 7th, 2041. So, without further ado, let's skip forward. Oh, but before we do, so there is some ado that I am furthering. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps out a lot. And if you like this kind of content, like the video, and yeah, subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more coming. There's plenty more there. You know, do it. So, without any further ado, let's go. 20 years into the future. Okay, so we're back, and it is Norwich City that we're going to have a quick look at first. So in the first season, Norwich City were relegated. So our perfect player did not manage to help them avoid relegation. But they came back up as champions. They got relegated again. Right. So, relegated. Then they came up 3rd. Then they finished 17th. And then they've stayed in the Premier League ever since. Getting into Europe once. So they've never won the league. Euro Cup 2. Oh, in 2034-35, they lost in the final to Milan, and then they won it in 2035-36. So they've actually have won the Euro Cup 2. So there we go. Straight off the bat, we have a Euro Cup 2 for one of our players. In terms of international accolades, in terms of personal accolades like World Golden Ball, we will look at that in a moment once we've gone through all the leagues domestically. So they've been in the Bundesliga ever since. Highest of 5th, it looks like. Again, they've never won the league. Euro Cup 2. They've never won this. They've lost in the final after extra time in 28-29. Lost in the final on penalties. 2031-32. Oh, heartbreak. And they've lost in them, so no personal accolades for our chap. Salernitana, they did get relegated. But then they came straight back up, and then it's been Serie A ever since. A couple of times they finished in the European places. Look at Euro Cup 2. They lost in the Euro Cup 2 there. And they've lost in the first knockout round twice of the Euro Cup. Again, so very little in the way to speak of. Italian Serie B, we're not counting that. We're counting major trophies, not lower league titles. Because if they did the job properly, they wouldn't be able to get them because they shouldn't have been relegated. So Mallorca are actually in the second division currently. So they've managed to stay there all this time. But very recently, they've fallen away. So very recently, they have fallen away. They finished bottom with 20 points and, yeah, played abysmally that season. They've 7th and 8th. They were regular. They were 7th and 8th for many years during this save game. So got to the Euro Cup 2 twice, and they didn't really do much in that. So again, not a lot happening. French wonder kid. And they've now been relegated as well. They're in Ligue 2. Yeah, they did go down. They came back up. They stayed for a while. 4th is their highest. They've finished 4th a couple of times. Does that get you to the Champions League? Doesn't appear so. They've been to the Euro Cup 2. The Europa Conference League 3 times. All got to the semi-final in 2032-33. Euro Cup, Europa League. They won the French Cup in 2026. They have won a trophy. So we've got a Europa League, Europa Conference League for the English, and a domestic cup for our French. Very interesting. Okay. Go for international. Okay, so 2022, 2026 and 2034 was Italy's time, with England being runner-up twice. England have won it in between, and then Croatia have just won. Third place was Spain 3 times in a row. So Italy, our Italian wonder kid, has very much done the business there. So in terms of appearances and goals, we have got... They've all been trained as defensive midfielders and centre backs as well. No one's been pushed further forward, which is quite alarming to me. The Spanish wonder kid has only played 546 times overall, 302 goals. The most goals returned is from the German, 413. The English wonder kid has had the most games and the second most goals. So fair play, he's done really well. In terms of internationally, 173 caps to 110 goals. 202 caps to 126. German no caps, no goals, of course, because the Germans are squiffed. 181 caps to 122 goals. The Spanish wonder kid, 176 caps to 99 goals. So I think the Italian has probably had the best international career, along with the success. The World Golden Ball. Well, so we've got Italian 1, 2, 3. 3 for the Italian. 2 for the Spanish. English has won it once, twice. And the German has won it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our German wonder kid has won it multiple times. Erwin Bertenkraut. He looks good. So the German wonder kid has had the best career in terms of personal accolades. Under 21 footballer of the year. Let's have a look. Spanish, German, Spanish. So the Spanish won that one twice. The World Golden Ball. Again, German wonder kids absolutely smashed it. I think that was already what I'd been on, to be fair. German wonder kid Erwin Brentercourt. Italian, Spanish, German, Spanish, Italian, German, Spanish, Italian. World Player of the Year. Yet again, German. World Team of the Year. all seasons. Spanish wonder kid in attacking midfield, English wonder kid in central midfield, along with German wonder kid. And then the Italian wonder kid is at centre half. How very Italian. And the French wonder kid is only on the bench. He's only on the bench. So I'd say it's quite clear that the German wonder kid has had the best career in terms of personal accolades by winning the Golden Ball and Footballer of the Year. In terms of success, the Italian wonder kid has done very well internationally with 3 World Cups. The English wonder kid has taken Norwich to a Euro Cup 2 win and taken England to a World Cup. So yeah, the Spanish wonder kid and the French wonder kid, they've actually been relegated and barely won anything. The French wonder kid did win a domestic cup. But that, for me... Oh, let's have a look at the Euros while we're here. Sorry, Euros. Oh, Champions Leagues as well. Oh, no, they didn't get into the Champions League. European Football Championship. England, Greece, Germany, France, Spain. So Italy didn't win that here. Interesting. So I'd say the English player has arguably had the best of it, except for the personal accolades of getting World Footballer of the Year. That's easily held by the German. Of course, the German team's squiffed. I've tried to fix it, but it didn't work, obviously. And I can't bother to go do the sim again just for that purpose. Okay, interesting, I thought. I hope you found that interesting too. If you did find it interesting, please leave a like down below. If you have any ideas for further experiments, things that you would like to see, leave a comment down below, because I'm always open to ideas. If I think it's interesting and you think it's interesting, chances are a lot of people will, so I'll make a video on it. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel, and take care, guys. I will see you soon.